Kevin Williams here at the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Toms River, where today we had the annual tip-off breakfast that really gets Christmas Classic Week underway. The 36th annual begins this weekend at the RWJ Barnabas Health Arena on the campus of Toms River North. I'm here today with the head coaches of the two #1 seeds, Andrew Bilodeau from Manasquan on my right, and Dave Beauchemin, Manchester girls coach, on my left. And Dave, I'm going to yield to you. Two-time champions looking to become the fourth team in the history of this tournament, girls, to win 3 in a row. Added pressure?
You know, a little bit, but we're kind of excited for the challenge. For us, we're going to be a different team than we were last year. So it's kind of an honor to get the 1 seed again based upon what we've done. But we're excited to get into this tournament with the field that you have. And there's going to be a number of top 10 teams in the girls' rankings that are in this field. So we're just kind of excited to see where we're at as the season starts.
Well, Andrew, you're not unfamiliar to this situation. You were the #1 seed last year and got knocked off. Yeah, I had to remind you of that. So obviously, I talked about it. Seeds are an imperfect science this time of year, but you have a strong group with some real strong kids back from a year ago. Do you take that as a challenge to be the top seed?
In this field, yeah. I mean, I think we had 3 or 4 teams in the field that won sectionals. I think there's 5 or 6 teams that finished in the shore top 10. So, like Dave said, it's an honor to be voted a #1 in a field this strong, and it's going to be a great test, and it always is to play in this tournament. It's the best tournament in the state, bar none. We've said it year in and year out. Tremendous talent. It's well run. It's in a great facility, and I think it's a great way to kick off really the preseason, like you alluded to in the meeting.
And that's one of the difficult things. This really is like a preseason event.
It is. It's a little bit like college basketball in that regard, and you get to play good talent. So it's a great way to kick off the season, and by the time New Year's comes, you've played 3 or 4 good teams, plus a conference team or 2 in your regular schedule. It's a great way to start.
Dave, you obviously had a magical season a year ago. Tournament of Champions, state championship, all first in school history. You returned 3 really good players from that team, but you also have to replace a couple. So I know you have some young freshmen on your roster. It's a tough spot early in the year to have to count on freshmen, isn't it?
It really is. There's a lot to be learned, at the varsity level, playing basketball. So there's also a tremendous amount of experience that I had a number of girls get last year, in the games that we played in the schedule we have. So we're going to evolve. And like it's talked about, almost being a preseason tournament, we're going to use this as a little piece of finding ourselves, the new us, and everything that we accomplished last year. We have to do the best we can in those, putting that behind us, because nothing's ever a guarantee. So this tournament just gets us right in that mode with the competition that's going to be in it to figure out what our rotations would be, who's the lineup, where our contributions are going to come from. Because we're capable of replacing, what we lost from last year, but we're going to have to do it in a different way. We're not going to be those players ever again. So this is going to be a good chance for us to find ourselves.
Although Destiny Adams, Kamari Reynolds, and Serenity Anderson's not a bad place to start.
No. The returners are pretty good help. With the experience they have and the talent level that they have, they're going to do a really good job of kind of allowing the new pieces to come into play and fit in what their strengths are, which is really a luxury that we'll have, because those 3 have so much experience in big games and for our program and what we want to do that, well, we've seen it already in our preseason. They're going to allow these girls to come in and be able to showcase themselves in their game. And these other pieces with all the experience, they're able to fit in however needed, and we know what they're capable of when we need them when the lights are on.
And, of course, you returned a couple of really good players. I think you won 29 games last year, had an outstanding season. I think you got Alex Galvan inside and Ben Roy, who wowed us last year, and I'm going to guess has probably taken his game even to a different level this year.
He's, those 2 guys are certainly marquee guys. Alex now going into his senior year, and Benji being a sophomore. There's a lot of good future basketball to come, but I think the supporting cast there, as you would call them, has really been solid. A lot of experience returns from last year, and we've had a really good off season. Played in a lot of events over the summer and the fall, and played against really good competition. I think we'll be ready to roll, and we're just excited to get started. We're kind of tired of beating up on each other at this point, and we're ready to start this Thursday, opening night. So.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday in your opening round game. Dave, you get to go on Sunday. Guys, look forward to having you. Thanks so much for being a part of this. Dave Beauchemin, Manchester girls coach, Andrew Bilodeau, Manasquan boys coach. They're the #1 seeds, and that absolutely means nothing, as they'll tell you, starting this weekend. Kevin Williams for Shore Sports Network.